Greetings and welcome, my friends. Let's get in there and have some fun.
This is Back to the Future, an Azorius Synthesizer deck that brings our robot overlords into the age of Middle-earth. While we are stacked with some of our usual suspects, we did bring in some new cards to help us in taking down life totals. As with any synthesizer list, we do need defensive cards, and we've gotten a new card that can turn the tables on the opponent in spectacular fashion. Tonight, we synthesize. Let's get in there. We're playing the full set of Authority of the Consuls, an amazing defensive measure that will slow down enemies and make it difficult for the opponent to set up blocks. The life gain cab be critical to helping us stay in a fight, especially against very aggressive opponents playing men out turn after turn. 3 steps ahead is just a singleton this time around. We're going with more action over reactionary cards, and the Swiss Army knife is a card we felt we could cut down on. It still does a great job, and every option that it gives us is one we can use, particularly the copy mode that can give us an instant synthesizer. Basilisk Collar is a fantastic equipment. It costs just 1 mana and only 2 to equip. Then one of our robot overlords gets lifelink and death touch. While the death touch is not what we're after, the lifelink can be a huge boost to our life total and keep us out of range of the opponent and their men. The Mind Stone is a mana artifact early, but later on it can give us a relentless way to generate robot overlords turn after turn. Once we harness the stone, we can blink one of our 3 mana artifacts and get Enter's Play triggers when it comes back. We'll never run out of ways to generate more AI men, much to the opponent's dismay. Cryogen Relic has planted itself as a staple of our synthesizer lists. It gives us a solid turn 2 play that helps us dig our way out of a shuffler special or find us more ammo. Later in the game, the relic becomes the perfect tool to help dig up our 3 mana artifacts when we get a bay in play. Perilous Snare is one of our removals. The snare can take out any non-land permanent the opponent controls. And with a factory in play, we'll generate a robot overlord while taking away one of their cards. It's a 1-2 punch that can lead to us running the table. Unidentified Hovership is a removal for men with toughness 5 or less. And just like the snare, we take away one of their cards and add a robot overlord to our side. The Hovership can be crewed if we need an attacker in the air, and if it gets destroyed, the enemy we abducted is gone for good. Sure, the opponent will get to manifest dread and get a 2-2 body in play, but it has no abilities and may not even be useful. Repurposing Bay is a great way to fetch out our factories. We have the relic that we can sacrifice to dig up a synthesizer, but we also have the Mind Stone. Any extra copies can be converted into a card we do want. We can even start the chain with a 0 or 1 mana artifact, and go up from there to fetch out one of our 3 mana cards. The synthesizer is our key card. Once we plant a factory in play, any other artifacts we get that are 3 mana or more will generate robot overlords. The scry can be incredibly useful in finding more ammo or shaping our draws to get cards we want. The Helm is the perfect companion to the synthesizer. With it, we can generate more token copies of any artifact token we have in play. And every time we generate a token artifact, the Helm also gives us a map token along with it. The map tokens are excellent at pumping the stats of our robot overlords while also giving us a way to clear out lands off the top of our deck. Ultron, Artificial Malevolence, is a bad boy robot that gives us a lot of power and flexibility. With Ultron in play, whenever one of our artifacts enters play, we can pay 2 mana to make a token copy of it that becomes a 2-2 creature as well. This is a great way to get tokens of any artifacts we want that we can then copy with the Helm. It can lead to us making a pile of synthesizers or any one of our other artifacts. You want a pile of snares to snipe all their stuff turn after turn? Diabolical, but you can do it. Settle the Wreckage is a new card from the Hobbit. It's a one-sided board wipe that exiles all attackers. Sure, the opponent gets to fetch out lands to replace their men, but with their men gone, we have a chance to run the table. Keep in mind that if we smash their attackers, any new men they play out will enter tapped if we have an authority in play. It can be a devastating blow that the opponent might not be able to recover from. Fateful Discovery is another new card. We're only playing a single copy, as this one is so potent we don't want to have more than one in play. The card draw is not limited to once per turn. This is whenever we have an artifact enter play on our side, we get an extra draw. That could pile up spectacularly and leave us without any cards in our deck if we get too many artifacts in play. While there is risk in playing it, there is also reward in drawing more ammo and fuel than the opponent can handle. Restoration Seminar is once again holding the ground if we have too many of our cards destroyed. Plus, the Seminar plays nice with our relics, letting us sacrifice them to slow down attackers, then get them back for more draw. Most of our cards are permanents, which we can get back for a second helping. For lands, we're playing 2 Fountainport, the special land that we can use to generate tokens or fat sack them for card draw. 4 Hallowed Fountain, the Azorius Shockland. 4 Gleaming Bastion, the special land that gives us a mana of one of our colors when it enters, or if we have a basic land in play. 4 Floodfarm Verge, the plains that becomes a dual when we have a plains or island in play. 2 Mistrise Village, the special land that we can use to make our cards uncounterable. 4 island, and 4 plains. Playing the deck is rather straightforward. We want to start building our board from turn 1 and onwards. The key is getting a factory, then generating robot overlords as much as possible to take advantage of their increasing size to run the table and demolish opposing life totals. We have draw, defensive measures, and a way to fetch out our artifacts. Settle the Wreckage gives us a way to hurt the opponent when they swing in. We avoid damages, and if we've crippled their board enough, we can return fire. While enemies are still a big problem, we have enough firepower to take on most opponents. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is iDino. He's got one eye bigger than the other, but he's okay with that. We're kicking things off with a 3-lander. We've got a couple of defensive measures. The Authority can buy us plenty of time. Keep your pants on. They go with a Dark Knight, which is going to hurt them more than it will hurt us. Especially with an Authority in play, they are already down a point. We draw our special board wipe, which will come in handy if they get to dropping in a bunch of men. They play out a couple of 1-drops. Looks like a Death Touch deck. Probably going with some of the poison men that came out rather recently. They finally send it. We take a 2-point hit, but they do also. We'll drop in our Hovership and take out the Black Knight. This way, we're only taking 2 when they swing in. 4 damages would have been a bit too much. They go with a Serpent Society. We knew this would be the path they'd be on. I'm sure that's not the end of their poison men. We draw a factory, and we'll drop it in. We want to get a 4th land off the top, and there is one along with the Discovery, which we don't want. We just don't have the mana to support it at the moment. They drop in a Fin, which is exactly what we thought we'd see. That's going to be 3 hits for 2 poison each. Luckily, we have a 4th mana on top that will enable our board wipe. That's it. We're set. We don't have anything over here. Your go, my bro. They go right in for the kill. Let's wreck 'em, Ralph. And poof, their men will turn into lands. After the wreckage is settled, they drop in another 1 Death Touch guy. We'll abduct their little fella, and in the process, we'll get our first robot overlord. We've brought metal pants for this one. Amazingly enough, they go without any plays. All those lands and nothing to drop in? That's too bad. For them. We'll go with the Helm this turn. The map tokens really are great at pumping the stats of our AI men. The intelligence might be artificial, but the beatings are real. They drop in another Death Touch guy. They are sticking to their theme even if it kills them. They fire off a removal to take out one of our robot overlords. That's all good, bro. We still have one left, and we can make some more on our turn. Their last card is another removal, but now they are out of ammo. No options and men too small to get the job done by themselves. It's a rough way to go. That Settle did smash their hopes and dreams, and they haven't been able to recover. We draw a relic, so we'll go with the Bay this turn. Next time we can go with the relic and use the Bay to turn it into another factory. Times are good for Team Robot. Not so much for Team Poison. We'll use a map token. We have to find more lands. A Mind Stone. We'll take that all day, every day. Let's get in there before they chicken out. They do block up, but we've got more men on the way. Ultron will double us up on our relic when we play it out next turn. They've seen enough. The Settle took them down. That's GG's, extra robot overlord cheese. This is Elminster. No wait, it's ElYeimil. Bro, your pants are on backwards. We get a 3-lander with an authority and a relic to set us up early. We've got a snare for anything that's dangerous. Keep your pants on. We draw a factory. We'll be able to curve out nicely, and we've got ways to generate robot overlords once we have fired up the production lines. They go without any plays, which works to our advantage. We'll be able to drop in our relic on an empty board, which is always great. They play out an Earthbender's Ascension. It is good ramp while also giving them a body that can swing in. We have to take the 2 spot from our land to make our plays on schedule. On top we have a pair of lands. We'll keep the island since we do want to get to 5 mana to drop the Helm in and then activate it. They pay full price for a green overlord. It's going to be a battle of who has the strongest overlords. Robot versus green. Let's go. We'll go with our Mind Stone first, then play out the snare. We'll cage their elephant. No, wait, the Ascension. That thing gives their men trample once they have enough counters on it. Let's not go there. I bet they are mad the Cub was banned. This is the kind of deck that would likely have made use of the little blighter. Did they check out of their Roach Motel? No, wait, they're back? They were punishing their toilet. Left it battle scarred. Did you, bro? They play out a pair of hasty Ninja Turtles, but thanks to our authority, they get to chill out for a turn. All that haste is going to waste. We draw an island, so let's count our manas. We need 5 mana for the Helm and another for the authority. Playing the island gives us the ability to double down on authority and have mana for the Helm. We can make a 3rd robot overlord at instant speed. They hit us for 6, but we fire back for 8. These metal boots were made to kick rear ends. They go with a World War Hulk, but whatever they drop in with it will also enter tapped. There is no getting around the authority. Let's see what monster they plop down. A green OJ, and it's not all that big. To my surprise, they send it. What are they going to block with? Bro either has guts or no brains, or a pair of 1-mana blockers. We'll go ahead and use the Helm to make another Robot Overlord. Then we can block up and smash a pair of their men. They realize they made an oopsie-poopsie in their pants. That's GG's. Extra Robot Overlord cheese. This is King of the Vegans. He doesn't eat meat, but that's okay. Knuckle sandwiches are vegan. We get a Shuffler special this time. We do have a Relic and a Bay along with a couple of defensive cards. This comes down to what the Relic will draw us. Keep your hopes up. We draw a Mistrise Village as our third land. It will enter tapped, but since the opponent is slow rolling, it were not pressed to make plays. We'll still go with the Relic. We draw a Fountainport, and that will let us go with the Bay this turn. We can turn our Relic into a factory on our next turn. They go with a Core as their first play. A demon deck, probably. 2 points per turn is rather slow. We have plenty of time. Let's go get our first factory. We can start generating Robot Overlords on our very next turn. On top, we have another Relic and a land. We'll ship the land. We've got a pair in hand still. But the Relic is another factory. They play out a Survey Mechan. Not sure what is up with that. Just a blocker, maybe? Or do they plan on using its ability? We'll go with Ultron here. His ability to make token copies of our artifacts when they enter will be very useful. And we have time. All they've got is a 1-power flyer. You know what? Let's do something out of the ordinary. We'll turn our first Robot Overlord into a collar. Our future men will be able to have a fashionable accessory that gains us life while dishing out beatings to the opponent's face. They play out a hulking dino. It's so fat each cheek occupies a different zip code. They even get a free blue emeritus. That's pretty nice for them. We'll drop in the authority, then follow up with the snare. We'll cage their elephant. They fire off their ancestral recall. It's not cards in hand that matters here. It's what the board looks like. They use a defeat to snipe our factory. While it is a loss, it's just temporary. We can dig up another one. They don't send it. The Emeritus was a big 5 spot in the air, but they held their men. We won't generate any Robot Overlords, but we will take out their big blocker. And where the Emeritus is going, there is no coming back. It didn't want to go, but we were able to shove it on board. Get in there, Emeritus. And now we'll send it. Someone is going to get through for damages. All those cards in hand and a Mind Stone is their play. They follow up with another soft core. They fire off a Day of Judgment to clear out our men. We've lost our Ultron, but we still have plays we can make. We draw another factory. We were going to go with the Relic this turn, but let's get the factory in there. We can think about using the Relic to fetch up a Helm, which can give us bigger Robot Overlords that much faster. On top, we have a Hovership and a land. We've got the manas we need. All that's left is to make a squad of Robot Overlords. They fire off a Dissertation. That will get them a pair of cards, but it also costs them a pair of life in the process. That looks like a step between worlds they plotted. It's time to turn our relic into something else. I'm torn between getting another factory or getting a helm. In the end, I think it has to be a helm in this spot. We'll use our map token. It's great that we can use those to clear lands off the top, so we tend to draw more business than mana. They fire off a capstone. That's a great way to get free plays to start the turn. And this capstone gets them a soulstone and a Bahama Mama. Some people have all the luck. They use the Enters Play ability to take out our Synthesizer. While we won't get to synthesize, we still have the Helm. They tap out to play out something else. That doesn't even matter. It can't block. Seems like they have no idea what the Helm does. Well, they will learn. Nice, bro. That's half a squad of non-blockers. They will get to spectate and watch our robot overlords slap vegan face. Knuckle sandwiches are vegan, bro. Before we send it, all we have to do is copy a robot overlord for lethality. And that's going to be GG's. All robot overlord cheese. This is Maglite. No, wait, it's magenta. Nice color, bro. No, wait, it's Magneto. No, wait. We get a Shuffler special with double stone and a Hovership as our defensive measure. You know what, Shuffler? We'll give it a shot. Keep your pants on. They drop in a Blair Witch. The Sephiroth Sacrifice Bros have come out of the woodwork now that Cub has been banned. We'll get stoned up in here. We did draw a third land, but the mana boost is always nice. They drop in their signature card right on schedule. We clearly must not be playing any removals up in here. We draw a second Hovership, but all we need is one to shove Sephiroth into. Welcome aboard, bro. Enjoy the trip. There's no charge, just like our shipping. They double down on Blair Witches. So many 1/1 men. Then they follow up with a guy that's afraid of losing teeth. Don't worry about that. Our robot overlords will knock all those teeth out. Or maybe do worry about that. We draw a shock land and we'll drop it in. I'm certain they have removals, right? They used to play at least a few removals. We'll drop in the second Hovership and use it to abduct their caller. That's too many damages with it on board. Then we can play out Ultron. If they don't have a removal, we can get token copies to help us block up. They snipe Ultron, but before he goes away, we can crew up one of our Hoverships to give ourselves a blocker. They send in their little guy. When it dies, it can take out our Hovership, but it's not like they get their men back. We will go ahead and block. We draw a factory. That's huge. We'll play it out, then we can follow up with the Helm. We're set to make robot overlords until we make their head explode. They snipe our robot overlord. The way will be clear for them to swing in. We really don't have any plays this time. Your go, my bro. They make a pile, then send it. We're about to make their team magically disappear. And that is how you turn their men into lands. Enjoy your manas, bro. You're very welcome. Our relic draws us another land, which is fine, because now we have enough mana for the seminar. Bro is stumped over there. They've tried everything but are not dominating. Then they play out a Lily. That rear end is too big to fit on a hovership, but maybe we can figure something else out.
My army will envelop you. You've reached an undead end.
At the end of their turn, we'll use the relic to stall out their pile. We draw a snare. That's a great way to deal with Lily, but I think we should go with the seminar anyways. We have time to cage Lily and her wide rear end. We'll abduct the token. That way, if the hovership gets killed off, they don't get anything from it. They drop in a link breaker. All these 1/1 men. I could not be able to play this pile. They follow up with their giant goblin. That's the biggest thing you'll see on that side of the board. They use Lily to take out half their crew. I guess you have to do what you have to do.
My attacks give me strength. You get used to this. Time to wake up and smell the decay.
The seminar will get our relic back, and the extra draw gets us another factory. We can play it out, then follow up with the snare to toss Lily in a cage. On top, we have a settle and a relic. We'll take both, and in that order.
Fine, I'll leave.
They pump up the jam, pump it while your feet are stomping. They have another guy come down on their side. That's nice. It's a real battle of men, although ours are so much bigger. They send it. No, wait. They send it. No, wait. Come on, bro. You just know their pants are probably slipping. They send the tiny boned wonder, but he's not getting through. We'll make another robot overlord and put a stop for our upkeep. We want to fat sack our relic and then get it right back with the seminar. We have the board and we have more draw. Their time is slipping away, if it's not already gone. It's time to get in there. We're knocking out their squad. All but the tap token. For some reason, they only block 2 of our robot overlords. They must have thought they were safe. Let's show them they're not. That's gonna be GG's extra robot overlord cheese. Outmanned and outgunned, they poop it and scoop it. Smell you later, bro. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.